At least 1,000 tribals under the banner of the Unau tribes staged a protest on the streets of New Delhi, a day after violence rocked the hill districts of Manipur. Demonstrators gathered in front of the Manipur Bhavan in New Delhi with placards and started raising slogans. When East Mojo reached out to Kuki Students Organization leader Tâng, he informed that the organization has two primary demands.
We have two specific demands regarding the situations in Manipur. The first one is to have president's rule imposed in the state right away. And the second thing is to ask the center to send the paramilitary forces in the state to calm the situation down.
Earlier in the day, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh appealed for peace after a night of violence resulted in several casualties across the state.
My dear brother and sister in the state of Manipur, during the last around 24 hours, some incident of clashes, vandalisms and arson have been reported in Imphal, Shoshanpur, Bishnupur, Kangpokpi and More, etc. Precious lives have been lost besides damage of property of residents, which is very, very unfortunate. These accidents are a result of prevailing misunderstanding between two sections of our society. The state government is seized of the developments and taking all steps to control the law and order situation. Additional central paramilitary forces have been requisitioned for deployment in sensitive areas. We are committed to protect the life and property of our peoples. Long-term grievances of communities will also be suitably addressed in due course in consultation with the peoples and their representative organization. Manipur is a state in which we have all coexisted for centuries. We should not allow the culture of communal harmony between the people living in the state to be disturbed by vested interests. In this hour, I appeal to one and all to maintain peace and harmony in your respective areas. I urge you not to believe in rumors and unverified messages. While soliciting your cooperation in maintaining peace, the deployed state police and the central forces have been directed to take strict action against individual and group indulgent in violence. We should all stand united to restore normalcy in Manipur at the earliest. And I also want to appreciate and honor the Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram, Ramthangaji, who just recently called me on telephone and he apprised many things about the community living in Mizoram and about the communities living in the state of Manipur. I also apprised the present situation that it was because of the misunderstanding and communication gap between the two communities. We are having around 35 communities together here since time immemorial. He also assured me that in Mizoram also, just the peoples from Manipur, people from Nagaland, they are all living together, and it is his responsibility that the people who are living in Mizoram should be safe and should live peacefully. Similarly, I also assure to the Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram that we are having altogether 35 community since time immemorial in the state of Manipur. The incident which was taken place yesterday was due to misunderstanding and some communication gap, and now everything has been settled and will be normalize parachute.
Manipur's capital, Imphal, has been on the boil a day after violence broke out in the hill districts following a rally called by the All Tribal Students' Union of Manipur. Footage from the capital shows the city engulfed in heavy smoke as rioting continued throughout the day. With communal tensions reaching an all-time high, shocking scenes of vandalism, violence and arson have surfaced from the capital. Despite heavy security deployment, the situation appears to be worsening in several areas even as a mob attempted to storm the 9th Indian Reserve Mahila Battalion at Khuman Lampak in Imphal East and snatched away their weapons. Reliable sources have also informed us that several shops were burned down by a mob at Imphal. Meanwhile, 55 columns of the army and Assam rifles have been deployed to contain widespread rioting that has displaced over 9,000 people. The army also kept some 14 columns on standby for deployment in case the situation flared up again. Meanwhile, the governor of Manipur has issued a shoot-at-sight order in extreme cases where all warning and persuasion methods have exhausted under the provisions of law. In yet another major development, the government has banned broadband connections less than 24 hours after mobile internet connections were snapped. The army and Assam rifles staged flag marches in Khuh, Tampa, Khumau Janba areas of Churachandpur. Flag marches were also carried out in Mantripokri, Lamphal, Koiringa area of Imphal Valley and Sugnu in Kakching district.